Hello friends, welcome to the channel guys. In this video I want to share the insights from a book I've just read and in fact reread multiple times. It is one of my favorite books. It's called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. Well, don't go for the title alone because this book is not just focused on becoming rich. It is focused on giving you the awareness of how things are created and created in this universe. And once you know this, we actually have the power, because then we have the energy and the real awareness to use it in our life. Now, I will not go into the complete details of the book. I'll give you two main insights which are my favorite and which are definitely not taught in school, and if it were taught in school it will be really helpful to a lot of us. Well, the book is written by Wallace D. Wattles, and the book is the basis of, or the source for, the famous book The Secret by Rhonda Barnes, right? Which is very popular, but this is the book behind The Secret, and it's a very small book, if you'll see. And Wallace D. Wattles did some original work in this area, in the law of attraction, understanding of the law of attraction. So what the author talks about, which he basically takes and plugs into multiple chapters of the book, is very essential. And what he's saying is, in this phrase, is that there is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which in its original state permeates, penetrates, and fills the interspaces of the universe. A thought in the substance produces the thing that is imaged by the thought. A person can form things in his thought, and by impressing his thought upon the formless substance can cause the thing he thinks about to be created. Now, if you just think about it, just meditate upon this paragraph, it is amazing, because what he's basically saying is that the space between you and me, between with the empty space around us, is not just vacant. It is actually potential. It is a thinking stuff which can create the things if a thought is introduced into it. So if a person is thinking about a thought, it can basically create things from this empty space around us, right? And this is a very new concept. In the quantum world, we can call it as the quantum field, which is a field of pure potential energy. So if you extrapolate this idea, it basically goes on to say that every thought we have is pregnant with what is coming in our life, because that thought is leading to the creation. So it's an important thing to then understand that we should have good thoughts only, because a future is getting created every moment, right? And if we just continue to be in the old thoughts, then we will recreate the past life what we are having, and it will not change. But if we start to change our thoughts, then we will be able to create things which are more aligned with the thoughts we are thinking. Now he's also going to say, next, what he says is also very important, because once you share this idea with folks around you, they will question. So what he's saying is, read these statements over and over again, which we just read, and meditate upon them until you firmly believe them, what they say. And if a doubt comes to you, cast it aside as a sin. Do not listen to arguments against this idea. Do not go to churches or lectures where a contrary concept is taught or preached. So this is again very important, to know it by heart and then to believe it. And once you believe it, start to live a life from it, then it will have a completely different impact. So this is basically the fundamental idea which the author is sharing in this book about this invisible intelligent substance which permeates and penetrates all the interspaces of the universe. Now the second idea, which is again equally important, is the idea of gratitude, where the author has dedicated a complete chapter on gratitude. And he says that gratitude is one thing which Apart from this knowledge, if we are able to somehow include in our day-to-day life, then you know, the first part becomes very very easy, the belief in first part, because what when we feel gratitude and when we become grateful, we basically let go of the thoughts or the grudges or anything which is basically holding us back, which is basically limiting us. So when we are grateful, we are letting go of things, right? And we are allowing the new things to come in our life which are aligned with our thoughts, right? So this is the power of gratitude, which he's talking about. Transformational to read the book if you get the time, but even if you don't get the time, then understand this, like just by writing the 10 things which we're grateful for in our day-to-day life, and doing that on a daily basis will help us change our energy. And aside that, if we just think about the statements which the author has talked about, it's very very powerful. And this basically goes on to say that why thoughts are so important, because these thoughts are getting impressed upon this invisible substance which is yet to come. So every moment is pregnant with the next thing which is going to be created in our world. And if we change our thoughts, we can basically change the things.